You're listening to the Focused and Fearless podcast. I'm your host, Heather Angel, and I've been helping people tune into what lights them up and increase their personal and professional performance for over a decade. Now I'm best known as a high-performance coach, helping entrepreneurs like you cut through the noise and create a business and life on your terms. If you're ready to step out of struggle and discover how simple it can be to create a fulfilling, joyful, and successful business without all the overwhelm and long hours, you're in the right place.
Hey beautiful, this episode is an opportunity, an invitation if you like, to start thinking about what you want to achieve in 2021. But it is not the usual, so what are your goals and what are you going to put on your vision board and all that kind of stuff. I want to take this opportunity to invite you to really think about what makes you happy. What brings you joy? What feels easy? What allows you to just go with the flow and make things easy and simple? Because I'm seeing, and we will see over the next few weeks, there'll be so much stuff about set your goals and 2021 and blah, blah, blah. But I think this year has definitely taught us that, you know, you can set these goals, you can have your vision boards, you can do all the things. Life changes and we need to be adaptable. As entrepreneurs, we have to be adaptable to be able to serve our audience in the way that they need to be served. There are so many people that have now come into the online space, which is amazing. It's so good to see. But, you know, they've had to completely change the way they do business. And it's been a beautiful opportunity for me because I can help people with that. That's literally what I do. But for me, I've looked at how my business is structured and actually what brings me the most joy. Now, I have 3 things that bring me the most joy in my business, and they are the only 3 that I will be focusing on going forward into 2021. The first is this podcast. I freaking love it. I love just having a conversation with you. I feel like I'm just chatting to friends when I'm on here, and I love the fact that I can showcase incredible entrepreneurs doing amazing things in their online spaces. So I love doing this podcast. It's absolutely going to continue in 2021. The second is my membership. Focused and Fearless has had such a transition. From the moment I started it, it started off as a really low ticket, just almost like an accountability Facebook group. That was it. And it has evolved into a premium membership where many of the members are premium members and they have access to me on a one-to-one basis as well. So it's a group coaching program. It's got all kinds of things in it, but I am overhauling the whole thing. I'm so excited. I've literally had this clarity over the weekend, so I'm so excited to share it with you. It's going to be completely overhauled and relaunched in the new year. And oh my gosh, I'm so excited for the existing members because it's going to be a new shiny experience for them. And I'm really excited for all the new members that will be joining us in the new year as well. But here's the third thing that almost goes against the grain of what we're always being told. So the third area I will be focusing on in 2021 is working with high-performing, high-end one-to-one clients. I love working with one-to-one clients, and I feel like this is an admission of something that's like a guilty thing. It's so long. Like if you just in the online space, they're always talking about have a one-to-many model, and it's absolutely true. You need to look at having multiple revenue streams in your business, because if you are relying on just one, you are putting yourself in danger. You need to have multiple revenue streams. And I love the one-to-many model because you can actually provide something of high value at an affordable price and impact more lives. So the one-to-many model is amazing. But I did find myself believing that, if I wanted to work with one-to-one clients, that's a bad thing, that I shouldn't be doing that, I can't scale it, yada, yada, yada. I love working with people one-to-one. It brings me so much joy. Genuinely, I absolutely love it because you can see the transformation. As much as you can transform lives in a group coaching setting, and you absolutely can. For me, I just love being able to go all in with a client, and I don't take on many private clients at a time, and I will be limiting it to 5 in 2021 because I do go all in. There's a lot of my time and energy that goes into private clients, but I just love it. I love seeing the transformation. I love seeing their little brains go, oh, I hadn't thought of that, or seeing the changes they're making. It absolutely brings me so much joy. So that is something I will be absolutely focusing on in 2021, is taking on more of those private clients, because I've kind of been shying away from it. You know, I'm always honest with you on this podcast, but I've been shying away from it, thinking that's not the right thing to do. I should be focusing on more one-to-many offers. And I've probably said this before, any time in your little mind that the word should comes up, you're like, uh-oh, that's not me. That's a conditioning from someone else. I'm thinking that because someone else has told me that that is what I should be doing. Business is not about shoulds. It's not about how other people are running their business. And I'm not saying to you, by the way, if you're a coach, you should be absolutely working with one-to-one clients. I'm not saying that at all. What I want to invite you to do is start thinking about what has brought you joy in the business this year. What have you absolutely loved doing? I've got Focused and Fearless members. We've had conversations, and do you know what? They really don't like certain launch models. Certain launches are really, they're not enjoying it. We're talking about evergreen models now. Some people are talking about taking everything to evergreen. Other people are talking about coming off certain platforms and changing the way they do things. It's beautiful, genuinely beautiful. And if you're listening to this and you're like, well, I'm really confused, I don't know where to go or what to do or which direction to go in, embrace the fact that you're thinking about it. Okay, be aware of the fact that you're feeling a little bit confused, because there is clarity on the other side of it. As always, you know you can message me. I'm always on Instagram, way too much probably, but I'm always there if you want to message me, and I will do what I can to help. But lean into what brings you joy, what feels easy. If you could just imagine just doing anything, what in your business would you just do all the time, even if you weren't paid for it? For me, I've shared them, the podcast, my membership, and one-to-one clients. But I'll be honest, the membership is changing. It's definitely going to be changing. I want to make it bigger, better, brighter. I have so many plans for that membership, and it's taken several months for these plans to get clear in my head. I'll be totally honest. I've been mulling it over, brainstorming ideas, putting together frameworks and going, nope, nope, that's not it. It takes time, but when you actually follow your heart and think about what it is in your business that you want to be doing, that's always the best guide. Always the best guide. So that's really the whole purpose of this episode. It's nice and short and sweet. I know some of you love the short episodes because you can just listen to them quickly on the school run or something. But what do you want in 2021? What do you want to be focusing on? How do you want to make your money? Okay, we're in business to make money, but many of you are in business to impact as many people as possible, to help as many people as possible. And that's another thing that I've had to overcome, is this whole, I care too much about my clients. Do you know what? I don't care. I don't care if I care too much, if that makes sense. I adore them. I want them to have amazing results. All of my Focused and Fearless members, I absolutely adore. And I would feel really rubbish if I didn't care about them. And I think there's nothing wrong with caring about your clients. Yes, you need to set boundaries. And yes, there needs to be, a separation between the feeling of responsibility for them and responsibility to them. That is absolutely paramount. I'm not responsible for their results, but that doesn't mean I can't care about them. It doesn't mean I can't give it my absolute all to help them get to where they want to be. And that just lights me up. The idea of having more private clients is not a daunting thing anymore. It's like, oh, yay, I get to do this and I get to get paid for it. I'm so lucky. I'm so grateful. It's amazing. So that's how I see 2021. And it's really interesting that I never really used to go with the flow like that. It's never been, what does my heart want? It was always been like, okay, well, I want this, but let's figure out every single minute detail and plan out every tiny little step. It doesn't actually work for me. It might work for you. There are certain ways of setting goals. I've got a whole goal achievement bundle on how you can really lean into what you want and how you can set your goals. That's completely free. It's available on my Instagram and it's in the links below. But I just want to invite you. We're in November. We're soon coming to the end of what has been a completely crackers year. What do you want? How do you want your business to be? How do you want to be spending your time in 2021? And don't let anyone else influence that. Okay? Everything I've said means nothing to you, okay? Like, I'm not saying you must start looking at this, you need to have a podcast, none of that. I'm just telling you my 3 things: my membership, my podcast, my one-to-one clients. That's it. That's what I'm going to be focusing on, because that is what just brings me so much joy. And this year has taught me that we really need to lean into the joy. It has not been an easy year for anybody. Not to say that we haven't had huge successes. There are so many success stories, but it's not been easy. It's been a real year of awakening and realizing that life is about so many different things. So those are the 3 things I'm focusing on. What about you? It might be 1 thing, it might be 5 things. But for you in your business in 2021, what do you want to be doing? So have fun with this, okay? This is not a boring exercise. And for the love of God, if you're listening to this, please do the exercise, okay? Because you've just spent 10 minutes listening to me rambling on. So at least take the time to really think for you, what is it you want to be spending your time doing in 2021? Okay, make money doing something you love. All right, my beautiful one. Until the next episode, I'll speak to you soon.
Thank you for listening to the Focused and Fearless podcast. If you'd like to continue the conversation or have a question that you would like answered in an upcoming episode, head over to Instagram and connect with me at Heather Angel Coaching. If you enjoy this podcast, please share your thoughts in a review on iTunes. I truly value your feedback and I take the time to read every single review. Have a beautiful week and I'll see you in the next episode.